If you don't like the international break, you have no idea what you are missing. I mean, how could you turn up Montserrat against Barbados, Guadeloupe against St. Kitts and Nevis? I mean, the entertainment was just flowing in during this international break. Let's get into it. Good evening, my peoples, and welcome back to the counterattack. Hope you are doing very, very well. We are in the international break, so you know what that means. This is, as you know, is a CONCACAF and Caribbean enthusiast channel, and we are going to get into all of the Nations League actions. As you know, League B and League C wrapped up this international break, so we'll have the relegation candidates. We will have the promotion people, and of course, Nations League quarterfinals, all of the big boys taking on each other. For winners get a spot in Copa America, and the losers go into a playoff game to get a spot in Copa America. First things first, my people, we are going to get into League B and League C. As you know, League A wrapped up and the winners went into the quarterfinals, but we have unfinished business in League B and League C. League B, Group A is where we start, and oh my goodness. A bit of a surprise in this group. Guadeloupe wound up winning the group with 15 points. St. Lucia, they stay up. Third place, a bit of a surprise here. This is where the surprises start. Sin Martin, my people. Sin Martin, again, not St. Martin, Sin Martin managed to stay up in Group A ahead of, oh boy, St. Kitts and Nevis, possibly have had the biggest fall from grace. They were in the Gold Cup last cycle out, and now look at them, relegated out of League B into League C. Whew, the fall is swift. Next up, we have League B, Group B, and it is Nicaragua's group, and they make short work of Group B, 16 points. They head up. Easy work for Nicaragua. Montserrat, they stay up. Well done to Montserrat. I thought they would actually be much closer to the relegation zone than they were. Dominican Republic, they finished in second. They stay up as well. But oh boy, Barbados, look at this. Look at this. 6 played, 6 losses, 7 goals for, 26 goals against, 0 points, a Hall of Shame performance for Barbados. They don't deserve to be in League B. A relegation for them. Next up, we have League B Group C. This was French Guyana's group, and they wound up winning the group on 10 points. This was actually one of the closest groups in Nations League. So French Guyana win it. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the most Jekyll and Hyde team I have ever seen in my life. But they wound up going, they were in the relegation zone heading into, I think, the last match day, and they wound up finishing in second place. Bermuda also stay up in third place, but Belize, I thought they played quite well, especially at home, but they wound up, it just wasn't enough. 7 points, they get relegated down to League C. Toodaloo, Belize. Wrapping up League B, we have the fourth group, Group D. Guyana, Puerto Rico, Antigua and Barbuda, and the Bahamas, and that is exactly how they finished. Probably the biggest gap in quality between the top 2 teams and the bottom 2 as Guyana and Puerto Rico. Guyana get promoted. Puerto Rico finished 3 points behind them on 12 points. Antigua and Barbuda only finish up with 4, but the Bahamas, oof, close to a Hall of Shame performance for them. They finish with 21 goals against and 1 point. Relegation for you too. And last up, we finish with the gems of League C. Here we go. The group winners, St. Martin, Aruba, and Dominica. Pretty big gap in quality between them and the rest of the teams. But the best second place finisher, it ends up being Bonaire on 6 points. They just pip, I believe it was, the British Virgin Islands to the best second place team. They get promotion as well. As you know, there's no relegation out of League C. But oh boy, I think the worst team in League C has to be Anguilla. I think they played a really, really young lineup. I think they had some like 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds in the starting lineup. Clearly a reset for the program. 4 matches played, 4 losses, no goals for, 19 against. The last bit of CONCACAF Nations League that we are going to get into today is, of course, Nations League quarterfinals. Panama, oh boy. First up, we have Panama and Costa Rica. Era's come to an end, and the Costa Rican era has unequivocally come to an end. A 6-1 loss on aggregate, including an embarrassment at home for Costa Rica. Panama go through, they qualify for Copa America. Congratulations to them. Their program has really taken some excellent strides. They're looking good for the future. Some really interesting ties in these quarterfinals, and the Mexican team clearly in a bit of poor form. They needed every single second and penalty kicks to outlast Honduras. They qualify for Copa America. In the other tie, Canada and Jamaica. After that first leg, I didn't think Jamaica had any chance, but they go to Toronto and get their first victory ever on Canadian soil. 3-2 victor. Shamar Nicholson with a brace. It's absolutely beautiful. Tears for the Canadians in Toronto. Jamaica, they're going to Copa America. The Caribbean has representation at Copa America. It's so fantastic. Last but not least, we are going to get into the Trinidad and USA tie. My fellow Americans, after that first leg, 3-0 victory, not the best game, not the most auspicious performance for the United States in that first leg at home. They go to Port of Spain, where they don't have the best memories. And oh boy, they get a loss. 2-1 victory for Trinidad and Tobago. It's not enough to overturn the aggregate score. Serginho Dest got sent off like halfway through the first half. An unbelievable, petulant outburst from Serginho Dest, kicking away the ball, blowing kisses to the referee. Absolute madness. Deserved red card. And the Americans, another just lukewarm, performance against a team they should be knocking the lights out of. But we're going to Copa America, so it is what it is. Thank you for sticking with me, my people. Please slap that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.